we'll be converting a 40-foot shipping container into a compressed gas bottle storage shack. Stay tuned. A lot of our customer modifications are to do with hazardous materials storage, specifically pertaining to secondary containment of liquids. But in this instance, our customer is looking to have a solution to store their compressed gases in a shipping container. And so we've utilized our modular interior systems and the way that we strut line containers to create individual bays and slots where they can store their compressed bottles and chain them up nice and tight against the wall. In this container, we'll be installing a man door on the end wall, a whole bunch of low and high vents, and a roll-up door in the middle that will have a heavy-duty ramp that allows them to cart bottles in and out of this unit. These vents being installed both high and low provide good cross-flow ventilation and ensure gases that are both heavier and lighter than air exhaust out of this container. And so we have this strut lined every second corrugation, which is about 22 inches on center. And then, so the next step here now is to cut out the opening. We got a roll-up door going right in the center here and a man door in the end wall. So we'll follow along as the boys do that and then get back in here and do the finishing touches with the compressed gas storage system that we're using Strut to accomplish. And so here, this is the roll-up door side, and we're going to be putting all the vents low on this side. So we have 5 vents on the left side of the door, and then we'll have another 5 on the right. And the guys, I believe, got it all marked out now. So this is our roll-up door framing kit. It's the same idea as our man doors, windows, vents, everything. It requires an outside corrugation. It's super important that you mark this thing out centered between 2 outer corrugations. Then once we drop this panel, we'll be able to fit the threshold plate, 2 side frames in the header, and hopefully we'll capture that process, show you how this roll-up door works. We do have other videos on the full installation process of these roll-up doors. Here we are cutting out the rough opening in the end wall for our dual swinger man door framing kit. We can now sell this kit to people all over North America, and the customer can source their door slab locally and install a North American door slab. So in this instance, we'll be installing our Chinese door slab and then adding a container modification rolled high security lockbox for added security. We've already strut lined up the 2 walls and across the ceiling. Now we're going to drop a strut channel straight down from the ceiling and connect that to the floor. And we'll also be running 2 horizontal slotted struts using our 2-hole gusseted angle bracket, which will prevent the horizontal struts from twisting and also make sure that it's extremely durable. We have these bottom base brackets here that we've made for this system. We've already spring nutted and bolted them to the strut channel. And the screws that we're using are a 1/4 inch, it's a 3/8 hex head driven sheet metal screw. So it's a nice thread that's perfect for going into this really hard floor. It doesn't snap off and it grabs very well in this type of floor. Another thing that's interesting to note, and I can show you guys, is that this is a one-time use shipping container. We call them one-time use, not new, for a reason, because even though it's brand new, it's used on the boat once. You can see here that it's been sitting against another container, likely on its ocean voyage, and the 2 are rubbing, and it's worn the paint off, and it's starting to rust. So if a customer gets a new container, they think a brand new Cadillac showing up, and that's not the case. You can still expect scuffs, even minor dents. That's all normal for this condition of a shipping container. We love these roll-up door framing kits. The fit and finish is so refined, they install so smoothly, and we don't burn any paint when we're cutting the rough opening. Same goes with these vents. They're a matching color to the roll-up door and don't require any touch-up paint other than the scratches on this container from its maiden voyage. And so here you can see our guys mixed up a blue. They did their best to get it to match. It looks better than the rust. It's not perfect, but it does definitely dress up the can a little bit better, and the customer would be happier with that than a rusty corner post. And so the final step on modifying this container is we needed to insert our chains that will hold the bottles back. And so we actually just quickly got laser cut a pretty cool little hook that allows this to go inside the slotted strut and turn. And so they can adjust it every 1.5 inches or so to change depending on how many bottles they have in each bay. So that right there is a quick, easy, and durable way to convert this 40-foot shipping container into a bottle storage shack. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a like. If you'd like to see more, please subscribe to our channel. If you have any new product suggestions or video suggestions, always feel free to leave them in the comments below.